right, here we go. The start of this little journey here. Now, after watching or listening to the video you sent in, I'd say you definitely have like those basic concepts of your whole notes, half notes, dotted half notes, quarter notes, tying a chord or note over into a new bar. Sounds like you understand that just fine. So we're going to work on getting really smooth, controlled strumming with eighth notes and getting a bit rhythmic on the second half of this. And so it says at the top of this sheet to work this up without the repeat first. So when you play this, what I want you to do is alternate pick. So I'm going to get you in the habit to build a good foundation of strumming here. So every time that metronome clicks, that's your downbeat. And you're going to strum down on every downbeat, and you're going to strum up on every upbeat. And I will demonstrate how that should look and sound. I want you to tap your foot with the metronome as much as you can. Eventually things get going so fast, you may have to tap your foot every first and third beat, but for quite a while, you can definitely tap your foot along with the metronome for at least to, I don't know, maybe 160. It usually seems to be a good place for a lot of people. You may need to work up some foot tapping stamina, but recommend doing that because if you can tap your foot with that metronome, it really helps you lock into feeling the beat, feeling the rhythm very, very well. And eventually, we will get to very difficult things. And if you're not able to feel that beat while you're playing, it's like, good luck. You're probably not going to be able to play the crazy difficult. So anyway, it also says max, so yeah, get to a max speed here or after you reach 15 minutes. So it's one of the two. Because we don't want to go overkill with anything we do. You don't need to be playing this specific thing like 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes to get the most out of it. It's not really long enough that you would need to do that much time with it. So yeah, just do it like about 15 to 20 minutes each day and you're good. So, it's like just a general rule here we're going to go by. So, we're going to start at 60 every single day you practice. Start at 60 beats per minute every single day you practice, no matter how fast you got. Back to 60 each day. Very important. So, every time you play this thing correctly once, just one time correctly, go up 5 beats per minute and do it again. Only move on when what you played was good enough to be on an album. So we go for perfect practice. And if and when a mistake happens, because mistakes are inevitable, they will happen. Let's say you get to the 6th bar here and you make a mistake. Do not continue on and finish that. Start again. If you make the same mistake 3 times in a row, address where the mistake is. Make sure you can play where the mistake happens. So fix the mistake and then go back into it. So again, let's say that highlighted bar is where the mistakes keep happening. So after starting over a few times, it's like you're definitely going to keep making the same mistake again and again. Stay there. Get that, again, just for the sake of discussion here, if you keep making mistakes in the 6th bar, stay on that 6th bar, get really good at it, get comfortable with it so you're not even thinking about it anymore, and then go back to the start and try it again. So, always want to address mistakes when they happen. That includes playing the wrong rhythm, strumming the wrong direction, and if the chord sounds bad. So if a chord sounds bad, we need to address that immediately. 2, we need to address any unwanted noise, any kind of muting issues that might happen. So if you move into a chord and the chord sounds bad, fix the chord, strum the chord, make sure it sounds good, and then try it again. So how we address those mistakes is very important. All right, so you're going up in increments of 5 until, if you hit 15 minutes, even if you feel like you can still go faster, it's best to call it a day there and start adding in repeats. So, try playing this thing twice through. So the repeat symbol here. So that's, you got your little 2 dots right there, and you got your 2 dots over here. So when you go to repeat, you play all of that twice through and then hit the final chord. All right? So, try playing it twice through. And then try it like 3 times through, 4 times through. You can do it more as well. But like getting a few minutes of repetitions at the higher tempo gets you used to playing at those higher tempos and hearing the metronome and feeling all this stuff out and getting really good at it. So we spend most of the time just slowly ramping it up, and then we stay at a high level of speed for you and get some repetitions in. Now, if you reach the 15-minute mark, let's say you're at 200 beats per minute when you reached 15 minutes. Start adding in the repetitions there. If you know there is no way you're going to get any faster, let's say after like 14 minutes you hit 190 and it took a good 1 or 2 minutes of really, really struggling to get one more good take. When it takes like 1 or 2 minutes of struggling to get a good take, that's it, you're done. You're not going any faster than that for the day, okay? At that point, drop the metronome by about 10 beats per minute. So you can experiment with it. Try 10 beats per minute. If it still feels too fast, drop it another 10, okay? So once you drop the speed down after having maxed out, then add the repetitions in. So just to clarify, add in your repetitions one of 2 ways. You reach 15 minutes, add in your repetitions. If you max out in less time than 15 minutes, drop the speed of the metronome down by 10 beats per minute, 20 if absolutely necessary, 10 or 20 beats per minute below what you just maxed at, and then add the repetitions. Okay, so yes, tapping the foot with the metronome, down and up the whole time. So if the downbeat, strum down, upbeat, strum up, so the hand and foot are synced together. I also like to nod my head when I'm playing, very helpful. And I want you to start getting in the habit of counting out loud. So from 60 to 120 beats per minute, say the rhythm as you play it. This gets especially important when we get to the 5th bar, when the rhythm begins to change. When we get into more complex rhythms, being able to say the rhythm is crucial. Because if you can't say it, you can't play it. It will save tons of time to learn how to count these things and say it correctly. So, I think you might already know how to count these things, but basically, we got straight 8th notes here, and when we're playing these, I have the count at the top of the sheet there as well. So you're just going to be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for all this. When you get here, that's when things change a bit. Here is when we count only what we're playing. So I want you to always try and figure out what the count is first before watching me demo these things, okay? So, let's see here. So the count for the highlighted part, we have 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and. All right, so I'm going to demo this at some different speeds so you can compare how you are doing with what I'm doing. It's not going to be going up in 5s for this because it would take too much time. And I got plenty of other videos I got to make for people. So play along with this. Double check throughout the week. Just make sure everything's going well. Everything sounds correct. Let's say you reach one of the other tempos that I demonstrate. Follow along. Make sure you're doing it exactly how I'm doing it. And I'm going to play this without the repeat. I'll demonstrate how the repeats go when I reach a higher speed. 60 beats per minute on the count of 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. No need to let that last chord ring out all 4 beats. We just got to fill the bar with something. So yeah, just hit it, that last chord, and you're good. All right, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And done. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two 40. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm going to drop it down to 200 and demonstrate this with playing it twice through, so adding in a repeat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, remember, when you do the repeat, you play all of that twice through and then hit that last chord. The same thing, playing it 3 or 4 times through. So that is that. That's the first lesson. So yeah, if you can get this turned in right, which you need to do, basically record the whole final practice session. Don't need to break it up in any way. So this way, I'm going to check out how are things going at the beginning. I'm going to see how things are going at the end. And then I'll check out the middle if need be. But just going to make sure everything is sounding good at the high speeds, the fast speeds, maybe somewhere in the middle if need be. So I think the easiest thing to do, just record the whole thing, send that over, and let's see. So I'm flying out to New York on October 4th. So if you can get things turned in, maybe late Sunday night would be good, or early Monday morning. So this way I can get everybody's stuff done that I can before I gotta head out on Tuesday. And then we'll be on normal schedule in a couple weeks. So basically I'm flying back in on the 8th. So the next video, so the second lesson to turn in will be on Wednesday I'm looking at the wrong thing. Wednesday the 12th. But I'll go over that again after you send stuff over. All right. Any questions, please let me know, and I will see you in your next video.